Hello, this is water penetration tester under body flexing condition from AHP plastic machina. In this machine we have three stations for putting sample in it. We have a steel tray, stainless steel tray for water. We have grips, fixed grips, moved grips. We have hangers for the weights. We have electrodes for defining the conduction of the electricity. We have 4 timers, 3 of them for one mode test, and one of the timer, the main timer, for another mode test. We have a speed control for controlling the speed of the test. We set it into 56 per minute. And also here in the poly mechanism part, you see we have 4 different positions for 4 different strokes according to the standard: 5%, 7.5%, 10%, and 15% of the compression of the length of the sample. For example, we set it for the ISO 20344 to 7.5%. It means the free length of the sample is 40 millimeters, and 7.5 of the 40 millimeter is 3 millimeters. It means we set the stroke of the machine, the reciprocating cycle of the machine, into the 3 millimeters. Okay. I said we set it to 3 millimeter stroke. You see, when I push the test start button, the stroke of the movement of the sample is something about 3 millimeters. Okay, let's see together how to start the test and prepare the samples for the test. According to the standard, we have a sample from synthetic leather by the dimensions of 60 millimeters to 75 millimeters. We roll the specimen, we put into the jaws, fix it with the clamps to form a hollow cylinder. Then remove from the fixture, put it to the tray of the device. After that, according to the standard ISO 20344, you need to roll a cotton gauze with the dimension of 40 to 120 millimeters. Put it into the sample like this. This cotton gauze is to absorb water. If the water penetrates to the sample, the water absorbed by the cotton gauze, and you, after the test finish, you can weigh the cotton gauze and measure that how many grams of water has been penetrated through the sample. After putting the cotton gauze into the sample, you need to apply a dead weight with a force something about 1 Newton on the cotton gauze, like this. And do this for the other stations. And also for the other stations, put the cotton gauze, release the dead weight, and also for the third station. After that, you need to put some water in the tray of the machine. You see here we have a handle for moving the tray downward and upward. lower position, and we have a pin here for remarking the upper position. You see, we put water in the tray. For pouring the water, please be note that you need to fill the water below this line. This line has been marked on your fixtures, on your grips. Put the water below this line. Okay, after filling water, we're ready to start the test. We set the timer to 60 minutes. You see, like that. I set it to 60 minutes or 1 hour. Press MD and save the button. Reset all the timers. Release the emergency stop button and start the test with the speed of 50 CPM or 42 Hertz. You see that here. The frequency 42 Hertz equals to 50 CPM for the test. We'll start the test, and test is going on. After the time passed, the machine stops and you can weigh the cotton gauze in the stations. For the second test mode, according to ASTM standards, we need to determine the time when the water penetrates through each station. For this purpose, we have some copper springs. We put them into the samples. We have electrodes for determining the conduction of the electricity in each station. After pouring the copper springs into the sample and inserting the electrodes to the machine, we reset the timer and start the test. And when in each station water penetrates, the time corresponding to each line stops. Let's see, for example, with for line number 1. Whenever the electrode senses the water, the timer stops. You see that? The timer of the line 1 stops. For example, you see for the line 2, we put the electrode into the water. The timer for the line 2 stops also.